the purpose of today's lesson is to show you some of the things I explain in the appendix of the book. It's pretty hard to figure out what some of those things are just by reading it. It's a lot easier to show you what to do. Now, first of all, the first section in the book is called Which Finger of the Right Hand Should You Use? I already talked about this in the introduction. If you've come this far in the book, chances are you're pretty well settled on which finger it is you're going to use. Let me add a little bit to this, is you can play in both directions. Like if you're playing with your thumb, note, strum, note, strum, note, strum. You're going down on both the note and the strum. What you can do is you can come down on the note and come up on the strum, like this. And correspondingly, too, if you've been playing with the finger, up picking, and then up picking on the strum, too, you can come down on the strum and if you're doing that, you may find it just as easy to come down with your thumb instead. And use two fingers to play that way. Now, let me show you something about claw hammer. There are lots of other lessons here on YouTube that can get you going on claw hammer better than I am right here. I just want to tie it in with the book a little more is all I want to do. If you've been playing strings with one finger and then coming down in both directions, you're almost at claw hammer already. We're going to throw in one extra string here, one extra note, just quickly, right after the strum. We're going to play that fifth string with our thumb, so it'll be note, strum, thumb, note, note, strum, thumb, note, strum, thumb, like that. Let me play the first song from the book for you, Boil Them Cabbage Down, in claw hammer. Keep hearing that ring in there. That's your thumb playing that fifth string in there when people least expect it, and that gives the banjo a nice ring. Now, you can also play this with a bouncy sort of rhythm. Have to be real quick with that thumb. And now, let's adapt this to 3/4 time. Now you can just do the strum thumb thing twice. I'm looking at song number 7 in the book, the easy version of Rockabye Baby. So melody note, strum thumb, melody note. what I like to do is I like to play the fifth string only on the second strum. A little less fatiguing on your hand, I think. So, note, strum, strum. Okay, let's go to the next technique, which is called either frailing or drop thumb. The terms aren't very standardized in banjo yet. One banjo player might mean one thing by it, but if I show you what I mean, then you've got it. It's kind of a quieter way of playing claw hammer. Start with the same nail of your finger that you use for claw hammer. Then use your thumb to play the string below that, below in pitch that is. And then hit another string with the nail of your finger and then quickly get that fifth string in there. Okay, what I'm doing here is I've got my finger nail on string number 2. The thumb will play string number 3. Then I'll do number 2 again, whichever string it takes to play the melody, and then quick with that fifth finger. That same pattern of 4 notes over and over again. I can even play that low string doubling up a little bit. So boil them cabots down again. I'll play this kind of half time. Or you can double time it. Now this can be adapted to 3/4 time by, the important thing here is the pause. Melody note, pause, and then your group of 4 notes. It's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I'm looking at Rockabye Baby again, lesson number 7. A lot of the 3/4 time depends on that pause in between there. Now another old-time way of playing using 2 fingers, thumb lead, it's sometimes called because your thumb comes first this time. What you do is play melody note with your thumb, then get the string above that in pitch again with your index finger. Then your thumb gets that 5th string in there, and then you use the index finger again. So thumb, index, thumb, index, thumb, index, thumb, index. your thumb is playing the melody the first time, and you should be able to move that around the strings. Boil them cabbage down again. First playing at halftime here. Boil them cabbage down. We're double timing that. When you're playing only one string at a time, it's easier to play faster. And again, you can apply a bouncy rhythm to this too. And again, with that pause, you can adapt it to 3/4 time. Looking at Rockabye Baby again, number 7. 1, 2, 3. Playing the melody note, pause, and then that group of 4 strings. Now, let me show you a very basic bluegrass pick. Bluegrass players are notorious for using 3 fingers, thumb, index, and middle finger, in their picks. And your thumb first. It's very similar to the thumb lead pick, except we're using 3 fingers. What I've done is I've assigned my fingers to a string. The 3rd string, the middle string there, I'm going to play that with my thumb. The 2nd string, I'm going to play with my index finger. And the very 1st string, I'm going to play with my middle finger. So those 3 fingers on those 3 strings. And it'll be thumb first, index, then thumb on the high string, and then your ring finger on that 1st string. And of course, you want to be able to move that thumb around. You might have to double up on those strings a little bit. But the thumb always plays the melody. Now, bluegrass players are much more likely to use a bouncy sort of rhythm. So boil them cabbage down with this basic bluegrass pick. Now for playing in 3/4 time, let me show you what most bluegrass books teach you. It's a thumb pinch. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Again, if we just play melody note, pause, and then play our lick, we can play any kind of lick in 3/4 time. So it's going to be melody note, pause, and then get our 4 notes in real quick after that. One, two, three, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Rockabye baby again. Hi baby on the treetop. When the wind blows, the cradle will rock. And you can do this with any bluegrass roll. Your basic forward roll. Pause. Pause. 1, 2, 3. Now let me demonstrate capos for you. First of all, boil them cabbage down, down, turn them little cakes round, round. That's a little uncomfortable for you to sing in. You can raise the pitch. I'm going to put this capo on the 2nd fret. And just like with your fingers, you need to put the capo just above the middle fret. Now it should be a little higher. Boil them cabbage down, down, turn them little cakes round, round. Okay, or conversely, if it's not low enough for you, you can put the capo on and sing an octave lower. Boil them cabbage down, down, turn them old cakes round, round. Now you hear something a little funny in there. Well, we capoed 4 of the strings. The 5th string has no capo on it. It starts over here. So now you can tune up your banjo 5th string. You can tune it up manually a couple frets higher, and the string shouldn't break. If the string does break, don't blame me. The string was probably old and needed replacing anyway. But there are some other easy things you can do. What I've got here is called a suspender capo because it's made out of elastic. I like these because they're the ones that are less likely to damage your banjo. What you do is, okay, I put this up 2 frets, so I've got to put this capo up 2 frets too. Hook one end across the wood there, and then the rubber end holds that 5th string down. Let's try it now. Boil them cabbage down, down, turn them little cakes round, round. Okay, we fixed that problem. If you don't want to spend money on a capo, really just a little piece of wood, 1/8 inch, cut off a little 1/8 inch section of a dowel, 1/8 inch dowel, or 3/16. Or I'll show you another trick somebody here on YouTube showed me, is I took a push pin and I cut the point off. And you don't have to, but it helps. If you can see that, I flattened one side of it. And you want that flattened side close to the wood. Stick it in there like that. It's underneath a string. And that's all it takes. Now, if you push this in a little too far, whatever capo you use, and it touches the next string, that string is going to buzz. So be careful not to overdo it that way. How about one-finger guitar? Any of you banjo players can try this too. First of all, what I did with this guitar is I took that lowest pitch string and I just loosened it and moved it out of the way. See, I kind of got it hooked over the edges here of the nut and the bridge, so it's out of the way. I'm not going to play that one. Then the next string, tune that down to a G. Okay, the other 4 strings, use whichever tuning from the book you'd like. I've got this in the standard open G tuning. Okay, D, G, B, and D. And now you can play one-finger guitar. Now you can play guitar too. As a matter of fact, Keith Richards of the Rolling Stones, he used a more banjo-like tuning on his guitar for most of his work. Now, some of what I showed you today are simple tricks to make playing the banjo even easier. If any of the rest of you have little tips like this, please share them with us down in the comments below. And thank you for listening to me today. So long.